Okay, so you've gotten to the point where you have your sky and ground taken care of. And if we turn that off, you can see where I'm at. So I have two layers. What you're going to want to do is make sure that both layers are unlocked. If you need to find your layers, you're going to hit F7. And then I'm going to go way over down here. It's Shift O, it's the Artboard tool. I'm going to hold down Alt, click, and drag. What I did is I just duplicated my artboard. I now have two artboards. And if I pull the artboard tab out, now I have two artboards. Okay, there's a reason for this. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to artboard 1, and I'm going to delete the stuff that's on top. Because otherwise, it's going to be hard to see what you're doing, and going back and forth, it's going to be a nightmare. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to start to reproduce the shapes. So I'm going to go in this case, and I'm going to start to do the black of the black in the foreground. I'm going to make sure I'm on artboard 1. Okay. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to lock my bottom layer. Okay. And look at it, it's actually locking the bottom layer on both of them. Then again, making sure I'm on artboard 1. I'm going to go through and let's outline that black space. It's actually not all that important how I get this black space because it's kind of random anyways. But I am going to go back with the direct selection tool, select, and I'm going to curve some of these, trying to make it look accurate. Come on. All right. Now, this is black space. So at this point, I could just hit I, and I'm going to find a mountain, click on it, it's black. I've got that piece. Now I can take this piece, drag it over here. I know it's going to fit. I know it's the right color. Yay! Come back with my tool. I'm looking at this greenish space now. Remember, this is going to actually, I'm going to send it backwards in space. So it's going to go behind the black space. So I can actually make it full-sized. Like I can go all the way down to the bottom. I go here, back to my direct selection tool. I'm going to curve some of these. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we have that. In this case, I might want to pull this down a little bit so I can see what colors I have. Remember that I do also have my color palette. It's hiding over here. But I'm going to go for that green. Sure, let's go with that green. Pull this over. Now it's gone on top. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to go to arrange and I'm going to send backwards. Now I got my second. I'm going to continue this process, working back and trying to make things look dimensional, trying to get things as specific as I can. Now, of course, I could always go to my second layer and decide that, let me close this, decide that I actually want that to be a gradient and that I want that gradient to go from that green to maybe that green? It's a gradient, but not a really good one. Pull that over. Yeah, it's gradating, but not enough. Let me pull this off. See how I have a gradation? I'm going to try actually this gradation. And let me go backwards. I'm going to try this gradation. There we go. And I am going to... let's try to pull these. No. Okay, because I want this kind of blotchy. So maybe I'll do that. And let's go with that green. Yee! Okay, that's hideous. Let's do that and that. Nope, that and that. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. I'm going to add in another one. Let's add in a white. It's way too much, but I'm going to take that opacity and drop it down. That's better. The point being is that I could mess with that quite a bit to get the colors to seem a little bit better. I'll take it. I can also use my arrow keys to drop that down. Okay. So I'm going to continue working my way backwards, and all I would do is take it, copy it here, transfer it over here. Easy enough.